Hello, my name is Charles Webster Baer, and I am in Bend, Oregon, USA. And today is July 29th, 2019, and my website is globalinternetgovernment.com. And I am here at the Farewell Bend, which is the bend in the river in the town of Bend, the Deschutes River. And Bend is a city that is both half in the forest and half in the desert. And Bend was named after the Farewell Bend, which is right behind me, which is a bend in the river where the Deschutes River flowing north leaves the forest and enters the desert. And today I want to talk about depopulationism. Depopulationism is an idea, and depopulationists, like myself, feel that the only way to save the planet Earth is to create a significant and sustained decline in the human population. And what that means is a global one-woman, one-child policy. And what that means is that it would be illegal for someone to get pregnant a second time, starting today and going for a few centuries. And this, in my opinion, is the only fair and logical way to deal with the issue of human overpopulation on Earth. And this will allow the human population on Earth to return to a sustainable level, which is a number for future generations to determine, but I think it's around 2 billion people. And this will give trees a chance to grow back on the planet. And then in the future, when humans want to breathe oxygen, there'll be enough trees to create enough oxygen for humans to breathe, and everybody won't suffocate to death, which is a good thing. And the real deal that I'm talking about here is something called global female reproductive rights. And global female reproductive rights means that every female on Earth has the right to total and free access to all forms of birth control, including birth control education and abortion. And governments that do not support global female reproductive rights are illegitimate governments. And illegitimate governments will be replaced by legitimate governments quickly and peacefully. Well, how's that going to happen? With global internet government. So, global internet government is a world government that I created in the year 2000 in Portland, Oregon. And global internet government is going to work with the United Nations and the International Monetary Fund to unite the world. The world is being united right now by the United Nations politically with freedom and democracy and equality. And the world is being united right now financially by the International Monetary Fund with transparency and balanced budget amendments and trade agreements, regional trade agreements, and regional currencies. Global internet government, or as I like to call it, GIG, will help and support the UN and the IMF, and will help people understand what the UN and the IMF are doing in their country, and allow people to participate and contribute to what the UN and the IMF are doing in terms of a social media presence, among other things. And so that's the situation. And hopefully you can get on board with this. And my name is Charles Webster Baer, and what I'm talking about is depopulationism. And I'd like to do a little recap, if I may, to kind of summarize what I've already said. So, who are we? We are human beings on Earth in the third millennium. And what are we going to do? We're going to save the environment. And how are we going to do that? By no longer reproducing. And what does that mean? That means a global one woman, one child policy, which would make it illegal to get pregnant a second time, starting today and lasting for 2 or 3 centuries. And why are we going to do this? Because we don't want to take a chance and risk killing Earth. Because if we kill Earth, that's it, and we don't get a second chance. So I say we don't roll the dice. I say we play it safe and step away from the cliff. And that, my friends, is called depopulationism. Thank you very much. Have a fantastic day. Yo.